everything is about me, because he was deranged and focused and obsessed. That is the true Jeremy Boring. Now, you want to talk about how obsessed he is? This is a true statistic. Since launching his new podcast, Jeremy Boring has done 19 shows that nobody has watched.
Nobody. Nobody.
Raven hair and ruby lips, sparks fly from her fingertips.
19 shows that nobody has watched. You should know that 17 of them have been about me and Tucker Carlson. 17 of them have been about me and Tucker Carlson. This is a former employer who just stalks, right? He is stalking and masquerading it as a show. Everything is about me and Tucker Carlson.
I was a bad person. I don't know how to say it. I just was a really bad person, a person that I'm not proud of. I didn't treat people well. I wasn't true to my word. And I was mean. And that meanness came from an anger, a deep-seated anger. There was an upset. I felt like the world owed me something because so much of my life seemed unfair. Like the parents that I had, it was unfair. The money that I didn't have, that was unfair. I had an education system that was telling me it was because the world is fundamentally unfair, and the system of capitalism in America and white Republicans is making it unfair. And I just had a chip on my shoulder through much of my life. And I found liberalism as to be a home for that, because liberal perspective sort of welcomes the idea that we shouldn't have to be responsible because the world is just corrupt and backwards. So why should we have to be decent people?
Hello and welcome. Today I'll tell you guys the story of my first play date in life. And yes, I'm being serious because it's important and it always stuck with me. I was in kindergarten when I first went on a play date with someone other than a member of my family. And it was with a girl. She had blonde hair and blue eyes, and we became fast friends. And I'll never forget the car journey up to her house. I was so shocked to see so many trees, and the houses were getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, the majority of you guys that are watching this, you already know my story. You know that my family came from nothing. In fact, at this time in my life, we were living in a very small apartment. And me and my two sisters were sharing a very tiny bedroom. It was a roach-infested apartment. I was used to the exterminator coming into that apartment. And so I was shocked when I got to this young girl's house and I found something so different. She effectively lived in a mini mansion. I had never seen anything like it. She had her own playroom. She had her own bedroom. Everything was so immaculate. She had glass dolls lined up. She had a housekeeper. I remember just being shocked because what I learned at her house was that there were people that didn't live like me. I thought everybody had to share a room with their siblings. I didn't know that another option existed. I didn't know that there was something else. In fact, seeing that something else, probably very early on, made me think, I want that. I want that option.
There is no Candace without Charlie.
Very good people. Charlie and Erika are fantastic people. But I know that Charlie was very happy with Erika. She made him happy. And I just want you guys to know that. And so when you're putting stuff out there, just imagine that you're in her shoes. Imagine the size and the scale of that company. And imagine that on top of everything, you've got people that are digging into every layer of your life and not necessarily getting everything right. This is a woman who consulted a priest and prayed when she felt that somebody had put a hex on her husband. And I just think everyone is being a little unfair by trying to assign so much ill will towards someone who hasn't done anything
to warrant that. And I just really just feels to me like it's unfair. She has not come out and said anything to me that makes her suspicious. I would have been the first person if I felt that anything was there. What lie has Erika told that I'm supposed to be focused on? I haven't seen any reason to do that. I said early on, if Erika Kirk asks me to be quiet, I will be quiet.
I was a bad person. I don't know how to say it. I just was a really bad person, a person that I'm not proud of. And I didn't treat people well. I wasn't true to my word. And I was mean. And that meanness came from an anger, a deep-seated anger.
I had to wipe away years of my life by pretending, completely fictionalized, that Charlie and I had a breakup, right? Sue me. I want subpoena power. I want all of your messages. Please do me a favor today on the Charlie Kirk case. I've been clear. I want all of the smoke from all of you. I don't think you realize how real life this is for me. I went back and listened so hard. I was like, girl, don't care at all. Do not care at all. I'm over it. We're in a new time. It literally is God time, okay? All of this stuff, and that's how she operates, by the way. She can treat you really evil, but there's an NDA preventing you, so you gotta allow her to abuse you. We're not doing this anymore. You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared? I do want to say this. It's important because I am angry. I will obviously... I pray to move on from this phase, but it's a fire in my belly right now. To those of you who think that you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual, okay? I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. You put a shill in Charlie Kirk's chair, in Charlie Kirk's company, and you try to tell us to follow that individual, I will be an enemy of you. There will be nothing that can stop me, okay? And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat, this is a promise. There will be nothing that can stop me. I will release every single text message. So to those of you who are trying that, I'm seeing the messages, I am telling you to back off right now. Like right now, don't do it. Okay? Don't you think about it. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you were that were exerting pressure. Don't you pretend to be noble now and say nice things about Charlie Kirk and think you're going to slide into his chair. Okay? Over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged. Protect a woman in distress. Like she's a female, she's in distress. She's like, I'm just scared, and like I'm looking online and people are saying like, they're just saying that like they want me to die. And I'm just like, I'm just so overwhelmed right now, Mr. Vice President. I'm just so overwhelmed. Dab, 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 no tears. I'm so overwhelmed. And he was probably like, oh my God. And my kids, I just don't want my kids to be an orphan, Mr. Vice President. I'm so sorry. That's what I think went down. And I want to say to JD Vance, you better wake up fast, okay? That's a black widow, my friend. You will get bit. And you should probably consult your wife on this matter. Women understand these things better. We know what women are capable of. Men.
When people lose someone they love, oftentimes they say, I can still talk to them. Yeah. Do you still talk to Charlie?
I'll get home, it's late at night, I'll be getting ready for bed in the bathroom. I'll keep looking in the shower, trying to see. He would always write on the shower when he was in there. He would write numbers and things, and at the end, he would do his signature at the end. Obviously, it's been so long since he's taken a shower at home, but I still look for it. I talk to him all the time. I'll say, baby, just give me your wisdom. Speak to me. People would say, if you can't sleep, take something to sleep. The Lord has let me sleep just fine. But I don't want to take anything. That's not how we operate. If I take anything, it'll numb me from being able to hear from the Lord and for Charlie. I want to be able to talk to him. I want to feel this so deeply, so that I know how the Lord wants to use it. And if I'm numb to that, he can't use me. But I talk to him all the time. Charlie, what do you think of this? Can you believe this happened today? Gigi said hi. And I realize that's healing. You don't ever want to stop talking about the people that you love, even though they're in heaven.
You wanted to put on your big girl glitter pants and take his role and be CEO and chairman? Well, guess what? Life's tough. Get a helmet, okay? No one feels bad for you because you have to deal with criticism that Charlie had to deal with for the last 10 years. And he took it gracefully. He fought. He answered the questions. He allowed people to go through his life. I've had to do the same thing. Nobody's crying for me when my family's getting attacked. And now all of a sudden you just think that this was supposed to be, I dubbed the Erika Kirk, the CEO of Turning Point USA. Nobody asked any questions. What is that? Wrong country, sweetheart. No, we don't do the king and queen IWB stuff here. Replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born, and I want to say to JD Vance, you better wake up fast, okay? That's a black widow, my friend. You will get bit. And you should probably consult your wife on this matter. Women understand these things better. We know what women are capable of. Men. Enough. Erika Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct for questioning. Amount of evidence that is now piling up. So if you can't take the heat, get the hell out of the kitchen, Erika. That's just the reality. Just get out of the kitchen, step down, go away, and pretend to be a grieving widow. That works for everybody.
The heart like Charlie's. He loved his family, he loved his wife, he loved his country.
And I'm actually a little bit evil. I'm a little bit evil. I'm kind of possessed. And that's going to be his legacy. His legacy is going to be a person who could not stand up to Bibi Netanyahu. A person who just loves money.
Oh, the demon's manifesting.
You have served me well. Now go and destroy the lives of the innocent.
I will never allow the memory of Charlie to be forgotten, obviously, because there is no Candace without Charlie.
Then did he, just 48 hours later, conveniently catch a bullet to the throat before our on-stage reunion could happen.
Use of the word hilarious. To me, this feels a lot like your reaction to being named in one of these manifestos. Now, you're of course not responsible for the words of somebody writing that document, but I do think that laughing at it is a real problem because these are real families that are impacted by this violence. And I think our efforts towards talking about this have to start from a place of mutual respect, which is what I've heard from this side of the table.
Oh. What do you think about Erika Kirk?
Would I get sued?
Throw it in the pile.
Oh,
of course you will.
I don't want to say anything that's controversial. She did it, but I don't want. She was on it.
I don't want to get into.
I don't want to get into. Yeah. She's part of it.
I can't wait till that gets clipped.
She's a plant. But
everything is about me. Every journalist out there is emailing me because it's about me. It's indirect, but it's also about me. And don't worry, in case you think it's not about me, she is going to name check me on stage with Barry Weiss on Saturday. How do we know? Because our mommy sleuths be everywhere. Charlie didn't love Erika. He and I had this discussion many times. Like, he didn't love her. He told me he was pressured to marry, of course, the stereotypical blonde American white girl. He was conservative, and you can't be a conservative without an arm candy wife and a bunch of little Charlies running around. But I remember vividly
we were having dinner in DC, if I remember correctly, and like I could really tell Charlie wasn't all for this chick. It was like he was being pressured. I know he was being pressured. We joked about marrying each other, although I don't really think it was a joke because after dinner we went to, Charlie said we should see what I look like in a wedding dress. And I said, are you kidding me right now? He said no. So we went to this, I can't remember the name of it, bridal wears, or no, it was Grace Loves Lace, because Charlie made a joke that Candace, me, loves lace. But he really had me try on maybe 24 wedding dresses. I was like, what is really going on here? I mean, I didn't say that to Charlie, but the next thing I know, the lady that was helping me asked if my fiance needed to look at suits, and both me and Charlie just lost it. But he did try on a tux, and he jokes that we should take a picture and post it just to get people talking. But he deleted it shortly after because why? Because these new people he had brought into Turning Point convinced him it would send the wrong message. But Charlie looked to me to guide him with just about everything. If I would have told him to avoid Erika at all costs, he would have.
Okay. I'm gonna let that settle in the air for y'all just a little bit. Like I said, if this is true, my question is, why is it not being spoken about by Candace right now? This would be a smoking gun. This would be, if you ever, I mean, the dreams, look, a dream is just as good as this. Like, I mean, come on, man. You went with Charlie to dress shop, wedding dress shop, and he tried on tuxes, and y'all joked about getting, how come you never mentioned the fact that y'all joked about getting married before? And so you're telling me, hear me out, the same way, and this is why I believe it's real, but I also believe it's a lie because I don't believe it. Here's why. You were also the one, Candace, that said that your donors told you that it would be better for you to marry someone from the hood. For the image. Candace, you can't have it both ways. Here's the thing: people back in the day, right? They hired you because you were against the hood ideology. That was all you spoke against, was the hood thing. So there is no way that they would encourage you to link yourself with one of those. That's the first lie that I would have easily seen. So this being said by you is not that far-fetched for me to believe that you said it, because you're always embellishing.
Like this. First off, Blake, I could show you text messages that turning your phone off on Saturday, I was doing first and telling Charlie he should do before anybody. As soon as I met George, that became a thing. I'm aware he turned his phone off on Saturdays. Okay, that's been going on. I did it first. Okay, I've been watching this whole story spun, and what everything is about me is not right. That she has been orchestrating this entire PR campaign. I've seen enough. Erika Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct for questioning. Amount of evidence that is now piling up, I would say, against Erika Kirk, allowing Ben Shapiro to open at AmFest behind her. Like I said, that was my clue something was wrong. Basically, Erika here is pulling the LBJ, and what I mean by that is as soon as LBJ got into office after JFK's assassination, he reversed course on every single one of JFK's policies. JFK's enemies seemingly became LBJ's friends. Erika appears to be doing that to me strongly. I know for a fact Charlie disliked Ben. Erika appears to be doing that to me. I had to wipe away years of my life by pretending, completely fictionalized, that Charlie and I had a breakup, right? Just got lucky around pilgrimage, I guess, and there Charlie was at the airport in Israel. I saw him. Your mom said, go up to him. She's a pusher, right? Lori's a pusher. I always thought it was so strange how you never mentioned that I was at the airport with Charlie.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Obviously,
you are, my dear Candace. You are. Unless, of course, you count Erika Kirk, and then she's like way out of your league. You're not really that great. I'm sorry. I don't know why I misled you.
My Charlie!
Hush-a-bye, Charlie, don't you roam. I've stitched your name into my home, threaded in curtains, tucked in seams. You live in all my little dreams. Hush-a-bye, Charlie, in my thread I sew your shadow to my bed.
Fact. My job is to just hit the first domino chip. So that's all that had happened with me. Just takes one domino chip and then the whole board comes down. Right? It all lays flat, and you go, well then, could that have been wrong? Could that have been? Is that? That's literally what happened to me.
Correct.
It was just one thing that didn't add up, and that first thing was the Trump thing, being a racist didn't add up. Right? And then so I watched him do the "what do you have to lose" thing, and then I watched what the media did, and I said, if the media could do this to Trump.
Being stupid on the internet. Stop saying stupid stuff. I don't care what they're paying you. Okay? I don't care if the 33 Club is paying the $7,000 club. Just stop being moronic on the internet. We all know you're dumb. We all know you're paid. You're actually all just a bunch of prostitutes, as far as I'm concerned. You're all a bunch of prostitutes. You're just on the internet, typing stuff, all saying the same sentence in a different way. It's over. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm having a heart attack. It's so overwhelming. There's so much evidence. There's no evidence. Shut up. And people who lie and people who are like abusive in their lies, like you get caught in your lie and then you're angry at people who revealed you, they tend to keep lying, right? It's a pattern. It's a personality trait, so to speak. So
it's evil, but it's brilliant, right? And for that, you have to almost respect the devious nature of it.
Whoa! Whoa! Erika Kirk shuts down.
I'm actually a little bit evil. I'm a little bit evil. I'm kind of possessed.
I walk through seasons, search through every space, a silent longing for a missing grace, that in His perfect timing, clear as morning light, He led my heart to You, my love, making all things right. Now we stand together, promise strong and true. Every step a path ordained that led my heart to You. God made You for me, a gift beyond compare, an answer to a prayer suspended in the air.
Charlie didn't love Erika. He and I had this discussion many times. Like, he didn't love her. He told me he was pressured to marry, of course, the stereotypical blonde American white girl. He was conservative, and you can't be a conservative without an arm candy wife and a bunch of little Charlies running around. But I remember vividly, we were having dinner in DC, if I remember correctly, and like I could really tell Charlie wasn't all for this chick. It was like he was being pressured. I know he was being pressured. We joked about marrying each other, although I don't really think it was a joke, because after dinner we went to, Charlie said we should see what I look like in a wedding dress. And I said, are you kidding me right now? He said no. So we went to this, I can't remember the name of it, bridal wares, or no, it was Grace Loves Lace, because Charlie made a joke that Candace, me, loves lace. But he really had me try on maybe 24 wedding dresses. I was like, what is really going on here? I mean, I didn't say that to Charlie, but the next thing I know, the lady that was helping me asked if my fiance needed to look at suits, and both me and Charlie just lost it. But he did He did try on a tux, and he joked that we should take a picture and post it just to get people talking. But he deleted it shortly after because why? Because these new people he had brought into Turning Point convinced him it would send the wrong message. But Charlie looked to me to guide him with just about everything. If I would have told him to avoid Erika at all costs, he would have.
I will never allow the memory of Charlie to be forgotten, obviously, because there is no Candace without Charlie. And of course, Charlie fell in love with Erika. That entire journey to me when I was reading through a text is so funny because it was exceptional. I was always leaning into Charlie's analytical mind and making fun of him. Like, oh, well, all we need to do is get a plan. You love Erika? Okay, what's the plan? What are we going to do? What's step one? What's step two? And the plan that I came up with instantly was all we have to do is convince her that her last name is terrible. Her last name, she's got to marry you because it's practical. Kirk is going to, Mrs. Erika Kirk sounds so much better than Miss Erika Francie. What is that last name? It's a practical decision. This is the text chain from that. Charlie and Erika Kirk, he says, is going to be the power couple of a century. I need to continue to pray about it. I said, her last name's dumb. She literally needs you to propose. It's way too complicated. He said, I'm going to tell her it sounds like a sneeze. It's horrible. And then I wrote, marry me. It's a logistics thing. That's just who we were. Always making fun and always wanting to know what the plan was. And obviously it worked, you guys. It worked. Our plan worked. We broke Erika down. First came the name shame, then came the wedding, and then came the children. You know, Charlie really loved Erika from the time I'm reading through the text today.
What's a soulmate?
It's, well, it's like a best friend, but more. It's the one person in the world who knows you better than anyone else. It's someone who makes you a better person. Actually, they don't make you a better person, you do that yourself. Because they inspire you. And no matter what happens, you'll always love them. Nothing can ever change that.
We're about to meet the little one. So excited, I'm having heart palpitations.
So take my hand.
Any words of wisdom?
Take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love
I had to wipe away years of my life by pretending, completely fictionalized, that Charlie and I had a breakup. Right? Just got lucky. We're on pilgrimage, I guess. And there Charlie was at the airport in Israel. I saw him. Your mom said, go up to him. She's a pusher, right? Lori's a pusher. I always thought it was so strange how you never mentioned that I was at the airport with Charlie.
Story time. So we're here at Bill's Burgers in New York City. And right near this very table was the first time Dada met Mama. And it started as a job interview. And I was asking all these questions, philosophy, religion, Jesus. And then I realized Mama was beautiful and smart and elegant and Christ-like. And so I said, forget this job interview. I want to date you. And I said, I have enough friends. And that's where your journey started.
The first time at this office, Turning Point USA office.
So we met at the office opening, the Turning Point headquarters office opening, the first one, August 2018. And I had no idea what to expect because I was coming into the office from the standpoint of they were potentially going to hire me.
And I knew of Erika, I saw Erika, and we had a very brief meeting at the office. And then I had my first conversation with Erika.
He'll tell it differently, so I'll tell you from my side. I was in the Hamptons, I get a random DM on my phone. I have zero service when I'm out there, and all of a sudden this DM flashes up and it's like, Charlie Kirk DM'd you. Because it's so Charlie. August 31st, 2018. Hey, shoot me a text at, and give me his number. I didn't respond for a few days.
I Instagram messaged her and said I urgently needed to meet with her, and she said why. And it was partially a job interview and also partially something else.
So when I eventually messaged him back via text, I was like, hey, nice to officially meet you again. What did you want to talk about? It was so just random. And he was like, hey, I'm coming into town into New York City. Let's meet at Bill's Burgers. Mind you, I've lived in Manhattan now for about 5 years. I've never eaten at Bill's Burgers before. So that I guess was a sign like, let's take an adventure. tonight for dinner and go find Bill's Burgers and meet your future husband that you have no idea is about to be your future husband.
And so then we had a great time, and it was about 15 minutes in, I quickly pivoted away from wanting to hire her to wanting to date her, and now we know how that worked quite well.
He got there first, only because he was coming back from Fox, and he kind of beat me there, and I got out of my taxi, and we get our table, we sit down, and he orders. The thing that I love though is he was so sweet to the waitress. So that was something that I immediately noticed, that he was like really kind to them. And we ordered our food, and then that's when the grilling started happening. Like that's when the interview process started happening. So I'm like, okay, this is a legit interview. Like let's go. I'm glad I had my coffee. Like I'm ready to debate you about Aristotle and Socrates, and you want to talk about theology? Let's do it.
Well, I'd never met anyone quite like her. I remember I called Tyler and I said he's gonna have to find talent somewhere else. And whatever opening he thought she would fill, that was not gonna work. And Tyler was trying to coach me down because he said that she was way out of my league. He's still right, by the way.
So after we got through literally half of the Constitution, going through why I'm living in New York and how I shouldn't be living in New York, and what my 5-year plan is, what success looks like to me, what I studied in college, why, it's like every topic you could imagine that is close to Charlie Kirk's heart is what we discussed and went through. When it was like 3.5 hours, and they were starting to close up, and he was finished with his burger, just sat there, and I'm like looking around like, okay, did I get the job? Like, what's going on? I don't need the job, but did I get it? What's going on? And he goes, I'm not going to hire you. It's like, okay, well, thank goodness I didn't need the job because I'm already doing stuff here in Manhattan. He goes, I'm going to date you. And I kind of just stood, I froze. I mean, wouldn't you? I literally froze. I was just like, okay, was not expecting this at all. And I was like, do you want to how about we just be friends first? Like, see where it goes?
And I told her I had enough friends and that I didn't want to be friends with her. So that was kind of a non-starter. But if she wanted to date, that would be great. I had enough friends. And I think she still finds that to be very funny, but I meant it.
And without hesitation and like zero hesitation, he goes, I have enough friends in my life. So either we're going to date or we're not. Do I have any time to think about it? Yeah, you have until tomorrow night when I take you out for dinner, and then you can give me your answer at dinner tomorrow night. But know that the offer's on the table, and I want to date you. Okay. So then afterwards, it was like, thank you for this meeting. I need to go walk home now so I can process what happened. And I literally remember walking home from like 54th and 5th all the way to 30th and Madison to just kind of process what just happened. And I remember calling my mom. I was like, hey. She's like, hey, how are you? What's going on? How did it go? And I was like, well, I didn't get the job. She's like, oh, that's okay. I was like, but I got a boyfriend. And she's like, oh, that's nice.
The first date ended, if I remember correctly, just telling her I need to see her again very soon, I believe Saturday. And then I guess our second date was a basketball date. And then that was a very fun night, long night. And then I said, hey, do you want to go to Hawaii tomorrow? And because I was going anyway. And she said, sure. And so I bought her ticket and she accompanied all of us to Hawaii, and Josh was there and Sarah was there and we had a great time.
God knew I literally needed someone to smack me up beside the head being like, I'm not playing games. I'm not going to play with your heart. I'm a loyal person. I'm a good person. I'm a God-fearing person. I want to date you. I have zero tricks up my sleeve. And he just knew that I needed someone like that. And he literally was like, here's truly. And it was just, I think it took me by such surprise in my mind, but in my heart, I was like, no, this is, let's do this.
What was it like dating Erika? Very fun. I mean, she's incredibly loyal, a great sport about traveling and about always having my back. You know, for those people that know me, they, I sit around most times and don't do much and adverse to traveling, very shy, trying to find my purpose in life. So she was obviously very helpful at fixing all those things.
I truly feel as if every piece of my life prepared me to date him. And eventually, obviously, marry him, but to date him. And I say that because ever since I was little, and even after college and adult years, I traveled all the time. And I was used to living out of a suitcase. I was used to a very unconventional schedule. I was used to the entrepreneur mindset and just in the mode of building and building and building. And so I got him. I understood that. I understood his sporadic schedule because mine was just as sporadic. And I understood the sleepless nights, and I understood like having to make the time for someone. It doesn't just come to you. You have to work at it. You have to invest into it. And so dating each other, I loved it. I mean, we got to know each other. I tell you what, you learn something about someone a lot more quickly by traveling with them than you do just seeing them on a weekend for just a getaway. When you travel with someone and you have to go through TSA and you have to go through all the different airports and you have to deal with hotel rooms not being ready and car rentals not working out and missing your flight and every logistic you can imagine, because you see every flavor of someone's humanity. And God literally made us for each other.
She was always such a great sport with all the chaos that is my life, and Turning Point USA and my biggest fan and my biggest cheerleader, and always being just so full of grace and wanted to see me succeed.
So in November, I was scheduling my photo shoot for Proclaim Streetwear because we were relaunching, and Charlie he's so smart, but he's even smarter that day because he worked a deal with the photographer that apparently that was the day. I had no idea. All I knew is that in the morning I get a message saying, hey, while you're doing your shoot for Proclaim, I would love to do like Christmas photos. Never take photos together, let alone Christmas photos. I was like, okay.
And finally, I was like, oh, let's do pictures together. She's like, you never want to do pictures together. I said, well, today I do.
And I'm positioned in a way where like my hand is on his chest. It's kind of like prom picture, but not aggressive like a prom picture. So we're saying, I'm like, babe, your heart is racing. And so I think that cued the photographer to be like, okay, let's speed this up. I stood over there. He was standing there. No idea that when I turned around that he was already on one knee. I turned back around. I see him there. I froze. I just lost it. He was crying. I was crying. It was by far the most beautiful, emotion-filled moment that I had ever experienced.
One voice may fall, but 100 more rise for freedom, for truth, for America. Charlie stands tall with the courage inside, speaking the truth that they want to hide. Free speech warrior, I'll never back down. Raise up the flag, we carry the sound. They can try to break one man, but they'll never break the plan. We the people, side by side, stronger with every stride. One Charlie Kirk may fall, but we stand tall. 100 voices echo freedom calls for the land of the brave, where the truth survives, democracy lives, America thrives. Ignites, patriots rise in the darkest nights. They fear the power of a voice so free, but they can't erase our destiny. Every heart becomes the flame, every voice will shout his name. Freedom echoes through the land. Together we make our stand. One Charlie Kirk may fall, but we stand tall. 100 voices echo freedom calls for the land of the brave, where the truth survives, democracy lives, America thrives. Silence one, and 1,000 speak. Try to chain us, but we'll never be weak. Freedom's not given, it's fought and it's won. In the heart of the people, the fight lives on. One Charlie Kirk may fall, but we stand tall. Millions of voices rise, freedom calls for the land of the brave, where the truth survives. United we'll keep democracy alive. You lit the spark. Now the fire burns in us all.